What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while, and I'll probably say this the next probably 3 or 4 videos. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. Anyways, so I was super excited. Went to Sephora. Just so happened to be the same day that they dropped the foundation for Fenty Beauty, and so I picked it up. This is the Pro Filter Hydrating Long Wear Foundation. I picked up the shade in 310, which is, I believe, a perfect match. I am currently wearing it right now. I wanted to do a wear test today because I'm trying to commit. Anyways, so some specs about me. So my skin is probably normal to combo. It depends on the season, you know what I'm saying? So typically when I do get oily, it's usually, you know, in this area here, which I also tend to tamper with a lot. So I do tend to lose a little bit of makeup here, but overall I don't get super oily. I don't get super dry either. I'm probably leaning more towards normal. I do love the Pro Filter, the original. However, I do find that it does dry me out, especially in this area, which is where I tend to get more dry. That's where the combo part comes in. But overall, I feel like that foundation, I end up having to mix something with it. So the goal in me buying this is so, excuse me, so I can rock a foundation without having to mix anything in it. I did set my makeup using the Fenty powder as well, just because I know that I can get oily. I'd rather avoid it. I'm not even gonna mess around with it. I'm gonna set it. So if you guys want to see how I apply this face and watch me wear it over the next 8 or so hours, please stay tuned. So I am so excited. This is the very first time that I am trying this foundation. I did get a darker color than I got in the Pro Filter line. I believe I got 250 or 260. One of the two. I'll go on ahead and just put it on the screen for you guys. So today I have the shade 310. I didn't get any of the primers, because I typically don't use primers. I use whatever moisturizer, and that's pretty much it, and I go directly into my foundation. Over the summer, I really haven't been using a whole lot of foundations, so this will be the first day that I'm doing like a full-blown beat in a while. So I went on ahead and I pumped 2 pumps here. I am going to use a brush because right now I have no idea where any of my sponges are. And actually, when I have been wearing foundation lately, I prefer to wear it or to apply it with a brush. I feel like I got a pretty good shade too. This will definitely be more of my summer shade, but that's totally fine. I'll probably go back and get a lighter shade if I feel like I really enjoy this foundation. All right, so here is what it's looking like with just one layer using a brush, and this is my e.l.f. brush. I don't even know what it's called, but that's all it looks like. So here is the difference. I really like more of a skin-like finish, so I'm so far so good. I like more of medium coverage. I just find that full coverage it's not my look anymore. Like before, I used to really like it, but not so much anymore. I don't know what changed my mind, but I guess because I haven't been wearing as much makeup and my skin has been together for the most part. I just find that I really like for my natural skin to kind of peek through. Or not peek through, but like, you know, not be completely concealed. All right, and for concealer, I am going to go on ahead and use the Fenty, and this is in the shade 235. While I let that sit, I'm prepping my powder, which is the RCMA No Color powder. This is just what I prefer to use to set underneath my eyes, and for the rest of my face I will be using the Fenty powder in Honey. All right, so we got the powders on. I went on ahead and put my eyebrows on off camera because y'all need to see that for the 50-11 time. So let's go on ahead and bronze just to see how it sits on the face. We'll go on ahead and do our blush as well. I'm doing another look that I'm gonna film for another video, so I'll come back on with the eyes and all of that later on. But for now, I do wanna just show how this applies. I am using a super throwback. This is the Bahama Mama bronzer by The Balm. This used to be my shit, as you can see, and then I just ventured into other bronzers, but we're gonna use this guy today. Really like how this sets nicely on top of the foundation. It's not so dewy to where I feel like it's sticking in a concentrated area. Even though we did set it, I mean, sometimes with some luminous foundations, you still get that like sticky feel even after setting. And so far, so good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on ahead, finish the rest of my face, and I will be back on to check in for the first time, and then we will do periodic check-ins to really test the wear of this new luminous foundation. All right, so we have the rest of the face on. If you guys want to see how to create this look, I'm pretty sure this look will be up before this foundation review, since I have to go through the rest of my day wearing this. But I like how everything sat on my face. Nothing looks overly dewy. Nothing looks overly oily. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I already mentioned this or not, but I am probably more normal to oily. I guess like combination skin will probably suit me best. So I do tend to get oily sometimes, but as of like maybe the past 6 months or so, I haven't been as oily as normal because I've been using oils in my regimen, and for some strange reason, I find that it kind of keeps the oils at bay. It's like kind of tricking your skin into believing that it has made enough oils for the day. I don't know. That's just my logic. Could be completely wrong. But yes, I like how everything sat on my face. Nothing looks patchy. Nothing looks like I said, overly dewy or anything. I do already notice like some creasing around my nose. That's to be, I mean, I talk a lot all day long, so that's to be expected. And I haven't waxed my lip too, so I kind of feel like with the little hairs in place, it kind of like settles into that. Perfectly fine. I'm not worried about it. The main thing that I typically worry about with my foundation is whether or not it holds up, you know, the rest of the beat. Like, so my highlight, my contour, my blush, like those are the main things. I kind of tend to pick around my nose, which I feel like that's normal too. Like, I have allergies and I have this nose ring, so sometimes like I have to readjust. So I tend to lose a lot of foundation in this area. And I know people will say that's what a primer is for. That's what you got to use a primer. I just don't like primers because it just makes me feel like I have more shit on my face, and I just don't like that feeling. That's just how I am. If I can just use a foundation just to even everything out and keep it pushing, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's exactly what I do. So right now it is 9:28 and I got mad notifications. Let me clear that up before I show you my business. Yeah, so right now it is 9:28. Let's go ahead and take a flash test. Let me turn this off real quick. Turn the flash on. Okay, no flash, no flash. We in there? It's actually really good. God damn. That comes on with a vengeance. So yeah, well, that's what the photo looks like. Looking real good. Don't mind my gut. So yeah, I'm really liking how it turned out. So like I said, it is currently 9:25. I have a day in the salon. So what I'll do is I will probably come back and check back in around 2 o'clock-ish, and then again at about 5 o'clock, and that will be when I actually remove my makeup because I have a personal training session at 7 and I'm not going in there with a full P. I'm just not. So I will be back. Yeah, let's wear this makeup. All right, I'm back. It is, oh God. It's 2 o'clock. Just got home from work. Let me chill. Ooh, a little out of breath. I'm hungry too. So we're gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna use my Blotterazzi to touch up. I love these things because I don't have to apply any additional makeup. I did feel like I was getting a little oily. I'm just gonna blot this one side so you can see the difference. So it's not terribly oily. I think I was just like maybe sweating a bit when I was blow drying, so that's probably why I felt really, really oily. But all in all, like, I feel like the foundation is doing good. I feel like if you are a lot more on the oily side, obviously this hydrating foundation wouldn't be something that you're looking for. But if you want like a more dewy look, this would give you the look. Maybe just use like a mattifying primer if you use primers, or really, really set it and bake it well in place. But like I said, right now I have no product moving around on my nose. I don't know why I'm so out of breath. Probably because I'm hungry and I just did a lot of moving around. It's very hot and muggy today, so just excuse me. But all in all, yeah, I am loving the look of the foundation. I've gotten some compliments from clients, and yeah, so I'm liking it. Guess who's back on the back and forth. Who know that song? I don't know the words. All right, anyways, so it is 5:08. I'm about to wash my face off, but I wanted to come and give you guys my final thoughts on the foundation. Again, I am the shade 310. I think the color was an absolute perfect match. It did not oxidize at all. As you can see, the contour, highlight, and blush situation stayed in place. I did blot just that one time with the Blotterazzi. I didn't do anything outside of that. I do feel like kind of like I said, around my nose, like on the tip of my nose and slightly around my mouth, gets a little worn just from eating, talking. You know, I pick with my nose because again, I have allergies and you know, you just can't help it. But all in all, I feel like this foundation worked out really, really well, being that I do have combo skin. Again, I'm not somebody that gets super oily or even super dry. I'm kind of like in between normal and combo depending on the situation. Did love the finish, absolutely love the finish. I definitely will be keeping this guy. Give it a super duper thumbs up. Super duper. That's not how I talk. I need to chill. Anyways, so yeah, absolutely love this foundation. You will definitely be seeing it more in my videos because I did need a new foundation, etc., etc. I'm gonna stop rambling and going ahead and hop off of here. Pick up the foundation if you are combo to dry. If you're oily, I don't know how much you'll love it. Maybe you can try it out, get a sample, you know what I'm saying? Use it with a primer and then see what happens. So anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next one, peace out.